Hi, I'm Jeff Hittner, and welcome to our first in a 3-video series. If you're watching this, you have made the courageous decision to begin to envision a major career change in your life. Perhaps you've already kissed that job goodbye. If so, you get huge props. Our upcoming online self-paced career change program is designed specifically for you. And hey, we know a few things about changing careers. I've actually changed careers 6 times. I've been everything from an executive coach to global CEOs to a teacher for 200, 8, 9, and 10-year-olds. I founded and ran IBM's corporate social responsibility consulting practice globally. And I wrote the curriculum for the Bard MBA in sustainability, where I was the leadership professor. Even more specific to the work that we're going to embark on together, I've designed career discovery programs for young adults in Europe, career transition programs for high school dropouts in Latin America, and most directly, I've run career change programs for over 100 of your peers here in New York City. So let's talk a little bit about what you're going to expect from our online self-paced career change program. First and foremost, when you complete it, you're going to wind up with a very clear path forward. You're going to have a methodology, a process that's going to very specifically and clearly move you in the direction of getting that job or career that you really long for. Secondly, you're going to learn how to identify and define your transferable skills so that you can prove to these employers in these very distinct industries from the ones you're coming from that you are worth the opportunity. Third, you're going to leave that program with more than a half a dozen micro experiments exploring new directions that you may be interested in, if that's one of the areas that you're stuck at. And then fourth, we're going to help you manage your fears, specifically about money and this idea that you have to substitute income for impact. And then finally, of course, none of my programs will be complete without moving you closer to your purpose. There's more than 25 activities in this program, and most of them are going to seed clues about your purpose. And by the time you finish this program, you will be so much closer to your purpose than you have been in a really long time. So this is the first in a 3-part video series. We're sort of calling it a Career Change Light program. The idea is for you to really understand, career change from our perspective, from my perspective, to get a bit of an idea of what it's going to be like going through this online career change program. So I want to teach you a few things today. And these things are going to be focused in particular today around your purpose. We're going to focus one on discovering your values, and secondly, about developing a draft purpose. So the reason both of these are important, first and foremost, your values, is because once we understand what values are most important to us, obviously it's going to help us think more clearly about the authentic direction and our authentic self and how we want to pursue new roles and opportunities through that lens. And then in terms of a draft purpose, well, that's pretty critical because this is a journey that's going to take a little bit of time. And having a draft purpose, having that inspiration and that motivation to kind of move you along and feel progress every single day is going to be really critical for you. So follow these 2 steps, follow along with me today, and we're going to be moving in the right direction. And then we're going to have 2 more videos in this video series of 3 coming over the next 10 days, and I'll talk a little bit about that at the end. So the first thing I want to do is I want to talk to you a little bit about purpose. So for this activity, what I'd like you to do is take out a piece of paper. I'll wait for you. What you should do is just pause the video. Great. You've got your piece of paper. Now here's the plan. I want you to think of 3 to 5 heroes or heroines in your life. Now these can be anybody. They can be someone who is famous and long since deceased. They can be a celebrity that you've never met before. But they can also be a parent or a sibling or a best friend. I want you to think about the person or persons that really inspire you, that you admire so much. Write down those names of those 3 to 5 people and hit pause on the video while you think about those and you write them down. Great, you've got your 3 to 5. Now for the next step. What I want you to do is under each of those names, I want you to write the characteristics, the reasons that you admire these people. So for example, is it that they have more integrity than anyone you've ever met? Or they're the hardest working person you've ever met? Or they provide more love and unconditional support than anyone you've ever met? Write down those characteristics. Try to stay away from characteristics that are just 100% about an accomplishment, but go one level deeper. What's underneath that accomplishment that you admire so much? So write down those characteristics for each of those 5, pause the video, and when you're done writing them down, turn us back on. All right, great. Now, you should have your 3 to 5 heroes or heroines, and you should have the characteristics underneath each of them that you admire. What's this have to do with your values? Well, you're about to find out. So I want you to take your pen or your pencil, and I want you to cross out the names of each of those people that you wrote there. I want you to cross them out, and on top of them, I want you to write your name, because those are your values. Now look, this is my favorite. There are about 12 different ways that I facilitate people to learn about their values, and this is my favorite because it comes at it very sideways, right? These things that you're looking at others and admiring them for, these are your values. So use these values as one of the many different breadcrumbs for figuring out the career that you're looking for. And we'll get back to it. Obviously, it's part of a bigger, more comprehensive process that we have in our online self-paced career change program, which we'll be launching soon. All right, number 2, this is the next thing we're gonna work on today. This is all about creating a draft purpose. Now, creating a unique and specific purpose for ourselves is something that takes many people, most people, months, if not years, to accomplish. Until then, we want to have a draft purpose. We want to have something that we can get up every morning and feel inspired by. So here's what I want you to do. I want you to go and I want you to find one of those sticky pads of paper. You know, the ones that are maybe 2 inches by 2 inches and they come in different colors. If you don't have that, just grab a regular piece of paper, rip it up so that it's real small, and get a piece of tape. I'll wait for you. Great, you've got it. Now what I want you to do is I want you to write 2 simple words on this sticky note. Grow and give. Grow and give. And here's what I want you to do with it. I want you to take it and I want you to put it on the bathroom mirror. And that way, every morning when you wake up, you're getting ready to start your day, I want you to look at that little note that says grow and give on your bathroom mirror. And when you see it, I want you to ask yourself, how am I going to grow today and who am I going to give back to? Now, why is this important and how is it connected to purpose? Well, purpose is really about 2 things. One, it's about connection. Connection is something greater than ourselves, right? And that connection can be to a higher power, it can be to an organization, it can be any number of things, but it's something greater than ourselves. So by focusing on who you're going to give to, you're focusing on creating connection, which is a huge part of purpose. And then of course, growing, if we're not growing, we're either dead or we're moving backwards, right? So by growing, we're also continuing to motivate ourselves to move forward in the direction of the things that we're pursuing. So grow and give. Now, at the end of the day, when you come home, you go back into the bathroom, brushing your teeth, I want you to look at that grow and give sticker in your bathroom mirror again, and I want you to reflect. I want you to ask yourself, how did I grow today? And who or how did I give back? I want you to reflect in the morning, and I want you to think about how you're going to take action. I want you to reflect in the evening, and I want you to think about how you're going to take action in the morning. You do that every day as you go through this career change journey, you're going to be in great shape. So I hope you loved our first 2 activities, right, around career change. These were focused on purpose. In our next video, which is going to be a live Facebook video, we're going to focus on how to convert your diverse or eclectic or even your narrow set of experiences into an archetype and into a set of stories about who you are at your best and how they're going to fit beautifully into an organization that you have no relationship with. And then on our 3rd video in this series, we're going to focus on how to thrive during your transition. Career transitions from the moment, like right now, that you've decided that you're going to make a change to the moment that you start on that first day at your new job. Those can be, it can be a harrowing period of time if you're not focused on the different skills to thrive in that transition, and we're going to focus on some of them. For example, we're going to talk about how to micro-experiment the crap out of everything you do, meaning you're going to figure out how to test and test and test and keep moving forward. We're going to teach you how to avoid checklists. Checklists are the enemy. These are the things of our past that we have used to define our success and accomplishment, and they are not how we're going to define success and accomplishment moving forward. And third, we're going to focus on a morning ritual. It doesn't have to be in the morning, in fact. For you, it can be any time of the day that is the best time for you, but a ritual set of activities for your day to keep you positive and keep you moving forward. So those will be the next two videos in our three-part video series, our Career Change Light, if you will, on what we're going to be focused on. And until our next video, I'd love for you to do two things. One, connect with me on LinkedIn. And two, make sure you register on the link below for our next video, the Facebook Live video, and have a wonderful rest of your day. Take care.